Welcome to the Period Besties Podcast with Stasha and Katie. Think about it as chatting with your best friends about all the TMI stuff you've never talked about before with two period coaches who've been helping hormones collectively for over 20 years now. I'm Stasha.
And I'm Katie, and we're pulling back the curtain on what it's like in the world of menstrual coaching. From puberty to menopause and everything in between, we're here to show you how period coaching can save the day. We'll share practical tips and information you can put to immediate use to improve your hormones and happiness.
We're removing the mystery, ending the taboo, and shining a light on just how powerful period coaching can be.
So whether you need period coaching or are considering becoming a period coach yourself, these episodes are going to help you. We'll share stories, coach live on air, and bring smart, savvy guests to share their wisdom too. Let's start today's episode.
Welcome back. Today, we are celebrating a huge milestone, our 100th episode celebration. Oh my God, Stasha, we have done 100 episodes. We've had the most fun, and we thought it'd be a nice little memory, walking down memory lane, sharing our favorite episodes, how we felt, and just honestly thanking all of you so much for taking this journey with us and reaching out with questions, sharing on social media, being part of our live period coaching. It has been more than a dream. I feel like it has really exceeded all of our expectations, and we are so happy that you are here with us. So 100 episodes, Stasha, what do you think?
I'm blown away. When I saw that number come up on our little tracker there, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe we hit 100 episodes. It's I know that time has no meaning, but it feels like it's been forever. And also we just started.
100%. Because I still remember the very first interview we did with Lisa Henderson Jack and feeling a little nervous before we hit record. And then the flow between the three of us was just so easy. And it's been that way ever since.
Yeah, I loved it. That was such a great interview. In fact, you can go back and listen to it now, but we're also going to be sharing it over the holidays when we have some of our top episodes that we're just going to replay for everybody. So if you missed it, we'll be putting it back out there over the holiday season because it was it was the first interview. It was such a great conversation. It was such a good one that we both agreed. It was like, we need to put that on the little replay over the holidays for sure. It's really exciting. And I have to agree, the live coaching has just been such a ball. Really, it's been great to be able to help people. It's been great to see some different questions and issues coming up and be able to talk through it with them for the podcast. And then to get emails from people afterwards that were like, you know what, I've had a similar issue, or, this is really helpful for me, or I didn't even realize that wasn't normal. Thank you so much for talking about it. So I feel like the live coaching's been really impactful for people behind the scenes, which I really like. And of course, we're taking applications, I guess is the word. If you want to do live coaching with us next season, let us know, because we're looking for people to do live coaching with for season 3. Oh my God.
Season 3. Yeah, I feel like the live coaching was just so fun because first, I love getting to meet people and then hearing their stories, but also listening to them. I feel like some of them, this was the first time they've actually shared from A to B and like, this is how I was feeling. This is, what do you think I should be doing? And then even having some repeat people on and just sharing like, well, so what's the update? How are you feeling? What have you been able to do? And that's just been really beautiful to watch. And just even months after, thanking us for letting us share their stories and being part of this.
Yeah. So one thing I want to know is, to everyone listening, in the last 100 episodes, what have your favorites been? What do you want to hear more of? What would you like to talk about more? What are some topics you'd like to hear us come up? Is there anyone you want us to interview or bring on? And of course, if you want to jump in for some live coaching, we'd love to hear about it too. But I did run some numbers. I got my little nerdy hat on and dug through, and I got some numbers for us. So our top countries, so our top listeners, the US is still number one. But we've had a little bit of a shakeup in our coming up after that one since we did this last year. So US is still number one, but Canada is number two. Australia is right behind Canada now. The UK is there as well. And then in fifth place is India. And then I'm just throwing this out here. I didn't intend on going further, but Ireland was sixth place.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I just found that interesting. But yeah, India came in fifth place. So we've got a real global, I mean, US and Canada, sure, but then we've got Australia, the UK, India. It's just really cool to see the podcast really going so global.
That's incredible. So I want to hear from all of you. Where are you? Where are you listening to us? Like, that's so cool. India.
Yeah, and they were all pretty close. The US was by far number one, but then right after that, everyone else was pretty close. So it's really interesting to see how global we've gone and how tight the running is. So, if get some more people in your country listening, you may be in our top 5 list next year.
And join us on the podcast. Like, what do you want to going on where you live too, in terms of hormones and health and wellness? Like, that would be really interesting. I love that episode we did with the girl. Was she in Vietnam? We were just talking about the
from Vietnam.
The Vietnam, yeah, like products, whether she could get them, whether she couldn't. She had to stock up when she was traveling, and in terms of like pads and tampons, period underwear. That was really interesting, and just hearing how it is in different places of the world, and something that I wouldn't necessarily think about because I usually travel with that stuff. I haven't had to like usually buy those products, but if I were in Vietnam, they might not have something that I could use. If I like to do tampons, I would have to probably use pads, which is fine, but I wouldn't have known that. I wouldn't have thought of that personally.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to hear from different cultures and different areas. And, even within one country, there can be so many different cultures within just one country. So I'd really love to hear more stories from different cultures and different countries and hear what people have to say. So yeah, I'd love to bring that in. So of course, our top downloaded episodes of all time is Dr. Carrie Jones. Just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The clear leader. So glad that we had her on again. Of course, the numbers for this episode are done. We didn't include the last couple of episodes because they're just fresh and brand new. So this was her interview from last season. That was her number one, which we're also going to put in the replay here over the holidays so that you can go back and listen to it again because it was so good and it was so packed with information, and she's just such a font of wisdom that, yes, the episode just a couple back that she did with us was amazing, but if you missed the one from season 1, definitely we'll be putting it out into the podcast ether again as a replay over the holidays, so don't miss it. Enjoy it, listen to it again. Even if you listen to it the first time, I bet you hear something totally different a year later. So
100%. Every time I talk to her, I learn something new.
Yeah, same.
Every time I listen to her. And that goes to our next 2 spots, I guess we should say. Yes. 2 and 3 downloads. The second and third best, like most downloads, I should say. Laura Brydon. Heart health, and then ovulation. And she's also someone that we both learn so much from every time she comes on. So we will have her back again.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have Carrie and Laura again in season 3 for sure. They were both so, first of all, just the fact that they're willing to come on and chat with us again and again and again is fantastic. But every time their episodes are just so full of information and things that you can do, right? Like they're practical people, which as a practical person, I really appreciate. So having them come on and giving us actual practical tips and things that we can do to make our lives better, our periods better, our cycles easier, all that stuff is always just invaluable. So I love it. And then of course, in our number 4 spot, 1, 2, 3, 4 is Lisa Henderson Jack, which is again, our very first interview on the podcast ever, and she's going in over the replay weekend as well. So definitely have that one. And then Holly Griggs-Spall in the number 5 position. So well done, Holly. She was an interview we did in season 1, her book Sweetening the Pill, which was turned into a movie, The Business of Birth Control with Ricky Lake and Abby Epstein, was just so interesting and really a lovely conversation. We learned a ton from her. We got a lot of misinformation fixed and actual updated information out there. So I really feel like that interview with Holly was so interesting and so helpful because really birth control is such a loaded topic. And to have somebody with that level of expertise come in and share was just fantastic.
Yes. And I always love Holly.
I know, I do too.
I miss our dinners.
I know, me too. She was always fun and interesting. And there's just something about listening to facts and an accent that just makes them better.
I know. Like, talk more. And then we thought it'd be fun to share some of our favorite episodes. The first one that we both agreed on instantly was the perimenopause update that we recently did. I guess it wasn't super recent, but it was season 2, episode 35, where we were just sharing kind of like where we were in our journey compared to where we were the year before. And it's interesting because we're a year apart. So things that I was experiencing last year at this time, you're now experiencing.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm out of that phase, but I'm not in that currently. We'll see kind of like how the next update goes and where that pendulum swings. But it was really interesting to hear where you were, where I am now. So hopefully I gave you some hope. And I'm feeling a little bit better because it was a little rough last fall for me personally. So that was a really fun episode. And we got a really good response from all of you too, just kind of sharing where you are in your journey and what's going on. So I think it's one of those things that we'll definitely come back to and share again.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Probably late spring.
Yeah, there's something about just live blogging, live podcasting your perimenopause journey for other people that is, it might be a little uncomfortable for us, but for everyone listening, the feedback that we get, it's so obvious how helpful it is for other people to hear like an actual human being's experience in real time. So we'll definitely have to keep doing that for sure. It'll be interesting to see how long it lasts for both of us as well, because age really only makes so much of a difference in perimenopause. So
I know.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see who actually hits menopause first in the end.
Oh. My mom doesn't remember how old she was.
My mom doesn't exactly remember how old she was either, but my mom and my sister both told me when they were out here for the wedding that they did not have any hot flashes.
My mom didn't either.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that I can avoid that one myself. They were like, here's some good news though. And I was like, oh, tell me everything.
No, I'm still cold all the time. So maybe that will help.
I was like, I have enough problems. Like I really could use 1 or 2 symptoms to just pass me by. That'd be great.
Yes.
But we'll see. So stay tuned to the podcast to find out. Something that we both really enjoyed too was like the Christmas in July series, where we had those short little episodes every day for a week and really had a ball recording them, really loved putting them out there. Something that we've agreed that we're going to do in season 3. And when we come back in season 3, I think in February, we're hoping to do another one of those short episodes for a week. So do stay tuned for that. And if there's something in particular that you'd love us to do a little 5 shot in a row episodes, let us know. So far, we've done them where we just look at one topic with each of the 5 phases of the cycle. So like the last one was top 3 foods for each phase of the cycle, which is what we did for the Christmas in July, a little extravaganza. And then in season 3, we want to do that again. So if there's a little topic that you'd love to see what ways you can support it in each phase or how it changes in each phase or something like that, let us know. We'd like to do it twice next year. So for everyone listening, we'd love to do one in the beginning and then one towards the fall of next year. So do let us know if there's topics that you'd like to see in a little 5-day quickie fun challenge.
My wheels are already turning. I'm like, oh, new year, new you, but let's flip that up because we don't want to do that, right? Like
Yeah.
that's like old sayings, right? So how do we like embrace the new year but not have to start anew because I hate that whole
I do
new thing. Drives me nuts.
Same.
But
So
nothing, it was always like nothing's really changed.
I know. Also, it's like the middle of the winter, at least for us in
I'm
the
so tired
northern
and like,
hemisphere. Like,
ugh,
no, that's not the time
not
to.
doing anything
You're
new.
still hibernating.
Another one that we loved was when we were really talking about the luteal phase and how we can use that to support our businesses and where we are in our cycle to whether you own your own business, if you're asking for a raise. And I got so many comments from my friends on that episode. They really loved that one.
Yeah, that luteal phase one, season 2, episode 9, if you want to go back and have a listen, that was a really like so many little DMs from Instagram and stuff where people were like, I didn't realize I could actually do stuff in luteal. Like I just sort of assumed that it was not really a worthwhile phase for getting things accomplished. And you really just turned it on my head. So it was cool to be able to see how it really changed the perspective for so many of our audience.
Instead of dreading it,
Yeah, exactly. Instead of dreading it, going, okay, great, I'm going to be able to do this now, and that'll be really helpful. And I know I still have that where I kind of am like, oh gosh, I'm looking forward to luteal when I can like sit back and make graphics and edit podcasts and those kinds of things. So it's turned from a like, I hate this phase of my cycle. I don't get anything done. It's really hard on my business to, oh boy, I can't wait to be able to, get on the couch, pull on a blanket, do some editing, enjoy my luteal phase, and get a bunch of stuff done for the business.
Yeah, no, same. I feel the same way now. And I really look forward to those couch days. Oh my gosh, should we save this next one at the same time?
3, 2, 1, Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake and Abby Epstein. Seriously, still fangirling after all this time. And she and Abby were just so gracious and we had the best conversation. And I still like my younger self still can't believe that we had her on our podcast. And now, we're friends on Facebook and we follow each other and commenting and watching her live in New York City right now.
Yeah.
Her home in Malibu has also been fun to watch. And she just radiates happiness.
Yeah.
So it was really, really cool to sit there and just watch her and turn the script on us actually and interview us.
Yeah, no kidding.
It was a dream come true and we love her. So thank you to Ricky and to Abby for being on our podcast.
Yeah, and they were season 1, episode 9. If you want to scroll back and listen to that one, if you missed it, it was a great interview. It was so just interesting and challenging and getting to hear kind of how she was canceled for one of her movies and then persevering through it and being like, you know what? Not only am I not mad I did it, I'm doing it again. It's just incredibly inspiring as well. So
oh, and I have a suggestion. You should all listen, if you haven't, to Holly's episode first, and then listen to Ricky and Abby's episode because it was like a continuation of Holly's story. How she met them and got her book turned into a documentary, and then they talk about the process as well. So definitely listen to both of those.
Yeah, it's like a little part 1, part 2 story of a movie being born.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Another one that we really loved, and I know I send people to this episode regularly, is the charting versus period tracking from season 1, episode 33. It was a really informative episode that every now and then, having a conversation with somebody, I'm like, you need to go listen to this episode so that you can understand the difference between charting and period tracking. And then you can pick what works best for you, but you have to understand the difference first. And I feel like it's one of the episodes from season 1, probably the episode from season 1 that I reference back for educational purposes the most.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a good episode.
Yeah.
And actually, it was one of the episodes that was in contention for one of the top episodes as
Oh,
well. And probably because we're constantly going like, go listen to this episode. We need to learn more about
that's a
it.
good point. All right. Well, we're glad that you're going back and listening. And then last but not least, seed cycling. This was in season 1 as well, episode 23. We also had Kate Morton on, a dietitian who has a seed cycling company. So if you want to learn more about seed cycling, that's also a really good episode. But I love seed cycling. I do it every day. I've been doing it for years. And this is also a lot of times I share this episode when people want to learn more about seed cycling. I find that a lot of people are hearing about it more, but not implementing it. So this is a good episode if you want to learn why and how to make it easy for you to do this. It's a good episode.
Yeah, it certainly was. And it's something that I've definitely gone back to as well. And like trying to implement more. Sometimes I'm like, I just need to like refresh. I need a new way. Like we're out of smoothie season. We're in the winter now. Like, how am I going to get my seeds? Like, I need to go back and refresh my memory on like what I've been doing in the past. So it's certainly been a helpful episode, even for myself, just to like go back and get a little creative. And then one thing that Katie and I wanted to share with you all and remind you is that we do these bundle giveaways, right? To help promote the podcast, to help get more views and stuff on it. And we're going to do it again next year. So if you like winning a big old gift basket of goodies, essentially books and discounts and free samples and stuff, you want to be paying attention because we'll be doing the bundle gifts giveaways as well next year. So do tune in so that you can enter to win some of those. I mean, our bundles have had some incredible things in it. Like the last one we did had Holly's book, Laura's book, my book, Katie's book, the perimenopause workshop, and what I thought was just amazing was a Thrive Cart membership. Like you got a free box and you got a membership. I was like, that's phenomenal. Like what a great. So anyway, we have different things coming up in the year and some things that we'll ask Holly to throw in another copy of her book and that kind of stuff for people. But yeah, the bundles are so great. And if you are a business owner and you have something that's menstrual related that you want to toss into a bundle, do let us know because we will be asking for bundle submissions next year as well. So I think those are just so fun. And it's great to be able to give somebody just like a plethora of helpful information to just help and make life a little easier and better. So it's fun to do. It feels good to do. And I love doing it. So we're going to focus on some good giveaways next year as well for season 3.
And thank you all again for being on this ride with us. And we can't wait for the next 100 episodes. So stay tuned. Make sure you're following us on Instagram so that you know about these giveaways, that you learn about these episodes right when they come out, and give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts too.
Oh, yeah. If you have not put in a review lately, go and do that. We could definitely use some more reviews. I've noticed that we haven't gotten a lot of reviews recently. So if you have been listening, please hit over there, do a 5-star review, write a little ditty. It does not have to be long, but even just a sentence or two, I love this podcast, keep going, or whatever, is very helpful. So really, reviews make a big difference for a podcast, and having more of them and having good ones really can help in a big way. And it's free and it takes you 2 seconds. So we'd really appreciate some reviews out there on whatever platform you're listening to. Although I will say I also did look to see what our biggest platform was because I was in the nerd numbers. And Apple Podcasts is our number 1 platform. So definitely, if you are on Apple, if you have the Apple Podcast app, if you can review us on there, it is our biggest platform and it would be very helpful for us. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for all your help and spreading the word, sharing the podcast with your friends, your family, your neighbors, your coworkers, whomever, your period besties. And keep doing it. Keep all the good work going. We're definitely growing. We're getting bigger things. Heck, we just got asked if somebody could place an ad with us recently. So we're definitely getting out there into the world and people are noticing, and it's because of you, the listeners. So thank you so much for listening and for being such a big part of our journey. Obviously, we can't do it without you, and we wouldn't be getting the bigger numbers and the bigger global reach without you. So thank you so much for listening from the bottom of our wombs. We'll see you in the next episode, and then we will see you for some replays over the holidays. So thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.
A big shout out and thank you to our sponsors for today's episode, Period Coaching School and Katie Bressack Wellness.
Thanks to you, our favorite bestie, for listening to the Period Besties Podcast, where no topic is TMI. And of course, share this episode with your besties.
Remember to leave us a 5-star review, nothing less than the best for us besties, and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.
You can follow us on Instagram at Stasha Washburn and at Katie Bressack, or email us at periodbestiespodcast@gmail.com.
Check out more about us at katiebressack.com and periodcoachingschool.com. And of course, check the show notes for free goodies and extras that support this episode.
We'll see you on the next episode.
Bye for now, besties.